you guys. I'm Mrs. Sis. Good morning. I should probably start there. Nice to see all your beautiful faces nice and early. I'm going to invite you guys to find a position in your room where you're comfortable to lay down on your back. If you'd like, you can bring a pillow and place it under your head, or you can place it under your knees to provide a little bit more support for that low back. I'm not going to join you guys at this very first part, so just listen to my cues, listen to my words, and I'll guide you through. Find a nice, comfortable position laying down on our back. You can utilize a pillow under our head or under our knees. You allow your palms to come next to your side, facing up towards the ceiling. And we gently close our eyes. And just notice our breath. We're not going to change anything about it. Just take note of the rise and fall of our chest. The warmth of the air as it exits our lungs. And the coolness as it enters. Take note of any tension that's built up in our body by drawing it to the space between our eyebrows. We then take note of our jaw. We draw our shoulders down and away from our ears. We allow gravity to let them melt into the floor. Take note of the tension within our glute muscles. And we let them relax to the extent that our toes turn out. Gently wiggle our toes, and then we find stillness. We'll take one big deep breath here, filling up our lungs, rising the chest, rising the stomach, fully releasing. I'd like to share with you guys a variation of Tao Lu's poem titled The Best. The best, like water, benefit all and do not compete. They dwell in lowly spots that everyone else scorns, putting others before themselves. In their dwelling, they love the earth. In their heart, they love what is deep. In personal relationships, they love kindness. In their words, they love truth. In their world, they love voice, peace. In personal affairs, they love what is right. In action, they love choosing the right time. It is because they do not compete with others that they are beyond the reproach of the world. Take a deep breath here. On our exhale, we'll pull our knees to our chest, squeezing nice and tight, rounding the spine. We'll keep our right knee in tight to our chest. We'll extend the left leg up over our head. Gentle ankle rolls here, just loosening up the back side of our hamstring. Finding some movement in our ankles. Keeping our right knee at our chest, we'll lower that left leg to the floor. We're going to do some gentle circular motions with our knee here. Go either direction. I'll make sure you'll switch. Switch directions. We'll extend the right leg, bringing our left knee into our chest. Our right foot will rise to the ceiling. Gentle hamstring stretch as we roll our right ankle in circles. Our left knee stays to our chest, our right leg falls to the floor. I invite you to do small circles with that left hip. Switch direction. We'll bring both knees into our chest. We'll rock and roll 3 times up and into a seated position. We'll roll over our shins, coming into tabletop, stacking our shoulders over our wrists and our hips over our knees. We'll inhale, coming into cow pose, dropping the belly, lifting the head towards the sky. Exhale, round the spine, cat. Tuck your chin. Inhale, cow, drop the belly, lift the head. Exhale, cat, round the spine, tuck the chin. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale one more time, cow. Exhale, cat, round the spine. Inhale, we return back to center. We walk our hands out in front of us so they're fully extended. Our chest drops towards the floor. This is called open heart pose. Our hips stay stacked over our knees. And with each exhale, we allow our chest to fall a little closer towards the floor. You can turn your head to one side if that's more comfortable. This pose is great because it counteracts us sitting at our desk all day. So we're opening up that chest. Many of you might find tightness within this pose. That's okay, just breathe through it. We gently lift our chest, move slowly. Coming back into that tabletop position. We're going to do just some gentle core work, turning to one side, keeping this lower leg bent like this. We can extend our upper leg out. We do some side planks. Arm comes up towards the ceiling. Nice, strong, active core here. Good. We'll bring that right hand or that top hand back down towards the floor. We'll set up on the opposite side. I don't want to turn my back to you, so I'm going to switch. Good. We'll return that top hand back to the floor and we'll make our way into child's pose. Our big toes stay together. Our knees can be narrow or wide and our chest comes down to the floor. Two variations with your arms. They can reach out in front of you, or if you'd like, you can pull them back behind to grab your feet. We'll spread our fingers nice and wide, reaching out in front of us. We'll rise, keeping our knees on the floor, coming into plank pose here. Exhale, we lower all the way down to the ground. Inhale, we lift the chest just to the point that feels good, small back bend. Exhale, forehead comes back down to the ground. Inhale, back into plank. Exhale, shift back into child's pose. Inhale, come into tabletop plank pose. Exhale, lower to the floor. Inhale, lift the chest, just to the point that feels good. Exhale, forehead back down. Inhale, plank. Exhale, child. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise the chest. Exhale, forehead back down. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, child. Inhale, rise, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise, plank. Exhale, child. One more time through. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, child. We rise into tabletop position, stacking our wrists under our shoulders again, our knees under our hips. At this point, we'll tuck our toes underneath, and we're going to lift our hips and come into downward facing dog. Okay, from here, let's bend our knees and really come into our shoulders. Good. You can walk your dog by shifting your weight from one foot to the other. You can nod your head yes. Maybe you shake it no. Our right leg will rise up towards the ceiling, three-legged dog. Exhale, we're going to step that foot in between our hands. We'll drop our back knee, untuck the toes, and our right arm will reach up towards the sky. We'll bring that right hand back down to the mat. We tuck our back toes, lift that back knee, and we'll step our foot back into downward facing dog. Move around again. Walk your dog. At this point, our opposite leg will reach up towards the sky. Exhale, you'll step it through your hands. We'll drop our back knee, untuck the toes, and we'll twist. Left arm coming towards the ceiling. Our left hand comes to the mat. We tuck our back toes, lift the back knee, step back, downward facing dog. Our last down dog of the day. We'll lower down into tabletop position, again stacking our shoulders over our wrists and our hips over our knees. We're going to do cat-cow again, really trying to open up the chest today. Counteract that sitting position. So we'll inhale, drop the belly, lift the head, really drop. Exhale, really round that spine, tuck the chin. Inhale, drop and lift. Exhale, arch and tuck your chin. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. and exhale. Good. We'll walk our hands back out in front of us, coming into that open heart. Keeping our hips stacked over our knees, our chest with each breath sinks closer to the floor. Gently rise the chest, come back into tabletop position, and then we'll shift our hips back into child's pose. We'll roll into tabletop position. Just for a transition, we'll tuck our toes. We'll come into downward facing dog. Our left leg rises up towards the ceiling, and I step that left foot in between my hands. I rise all the way up. Coming into warrior two, I drop my back heel. My chest opens to the side. My arms come out. Good. I straighten my front knee, that left leg, and I reach my fingertips forward towards the wall in front of me. At this point, I can exhale and lower down, placing my hand gently on my shin or the floor. My chest stays open to the side. Just a nice hamstring stretch here. Use your core. Pull your upper body up. Don't collapse on that front leg. Really try to be active in this pose. Rise, coming back into warrior two. We're going to turn our feet so that both toes, all toes are pointing out, our heels are coming in. We drop down into what's called horse pose in the yoga world, bringing our hands to our knees, and we'll shift our shoulders from one side to the other, stretching our inner thighs. We'll rise, straightening both legs. We're going to turn our left toes so that they're in a straight line with our heels. Our right toes will face, we'll set up in warrior two on the opposite leg. Inhale, we straighten that front knee. Exhale, we'll reach those fingers, and then gently come down onto our shin or the floor. Staying active in our core, don't collapse on that front leg. Gentle stretch of the hamstrings here. Lift our chest, we bend that front knee. We'll turn our body and our toes so that they're facing in and our heels are now facing out. At this point, we'll exhale, forward fold. Our hands come to our hips. We rise the chest. We'll turn our left foot so that we're back in warrior two here. And then we cartwheel our hands down, placing them on the mat next to our left foot. We'll step back and drop down to our knees. We're gonna set up for butterfly position. We'll really slow things down here. Hold these last few poses for a few minutes just to help open up our muscles. The soles of the feet come together, our knees fall out wide. With butterfly pose, you want to make sure that you have nice, good posture. Your vertebrae are stacked on one another and your ears are directly over your shoulders. From here at the hips, we'll lean forward, not at the chest, the hips. And then once we get to our point where the resistance is the highest, we can drop our chest at that point. And surrender to gravity. We'll rise back up into our starting position. We'll extend our right leg, bringing the sole of the left foot into our thigh. Our arms reach up and over our head, and we exhale, forward fold over that front leg. Rise back up, switching sides. Arms coming up and overhead. Exhale, forward fold over that front leg. thighs. Extending both legs out in front of us, we'll bring our left foot, sole of the foot, up and over our right knee, placing it on the floor. We'll pull that left knee into our chest here with our right arm, and then we'll twist, placing the left hand behind our sit bone. We'll release the left hand, bringing our chest back to center, extending both legs and setting up on the opposite side. Sole of the right foot comes up and over onto the floor. Our left arm will grab onto our knee and pull it into the chest. Our right hand will reach for behind our sit bones and we twist. We'll release that back hand, coming back to center, making our way onto our back with the soles of our feet remaining on the floor. We'll place our heels within reaching distance of our fingertips. Earlier, we did a gentle side plank exercise. This is also going to work our core by lifting our hips up. We'll tuck our shoulders under, and we'll stay nice and active in the glutes. If you'd like, and it's within your practice, you can interlock your hands underneath your body here. Really opening up those shoulders. We'll lift our heels, coming up onto our tippy toes. Release the hands, untuck the shoulders, and then lower our vertebrae down to the floor one by one. At this point, we can let our knees fall from one side to the other as they windshield wiper back and forth. We bring them back to center. We'll pull them into our chest, our knees. Our arms will come into a cactus position here, out to the side, bent at the elbows. Our knees fall to the right side, and our gaze comes to the left as we keep both shoulder blades firm and on the ground. We'll rise our knees back to center, letting them fall to the opposite side. Our shoulders stay on the ground and our gaze falls to the opposite side of the room. Bring our knees back up and into center. We'll grab our shins with our arms, pulling ourselves in nice and tight, giving yourself a big hug. And you'll release, setting up for Shavasana, coming into corpse pose, laying on your back. The pose we began this class with today. You can place a pillow under your head or under your knees for added comfort. You take note of your breath, not changing anything about it. And gently close your eyes if you haven't done so already. And you scan the body, noting any tension that's built up, and intentionally releasing it. Your toes fall out to the side. Your jaw releases. And I return back to the poem that I read at the beginning. The best, like water, benefit all and do not compete. They dwell in lowly spots that everyone else scorns, putting others before themselves. In their dwelling, they love the earth. In their heart, they love what is deep. In personal relationships, they love kindness. In their words, they love truth. In the world, they love peace. In personal affairs, they love what is right. In action, they love choosing the right time. It is because they do not compete with others that they are beyond the reproach of the world. begin to bring awareness back to our body. We gently wiggle our fingers and wiggle our toes. Reach our arms over our head like we're just waking up in the morning. We'll stretch. And we'll pull our knees into our chest and we roll to our favorite side, keeping our eyes closed. We use our lower arm as a pillow under our head. When you're ready, you can use your top arm to push yourself up and into a seated position. No rush at all, take your time. And I'd just like to say thank you so much for gently flowing with me today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Make yourself a cup of coffee, tea, hot chocolate. The air is fresh, it's crisp. Go enjoy some outdoor time, even if it's just 3 minutes. All right, have a beautiful day, and hopefully I'll see you next time.